welcome to this week's video. We're coming to you from a little bit further down the track, but we wanted to say a few things about today's episode because we really loved the area that we were staying in Bunbury. So let's talk a little bit about the Bunbury area. We can't tell you much about the camping because we were parked up at a friend's place for all that time, and many thanks to our good friends for that, for allowing us to be there. So Bunbury's kind of spread out, isn't it? It's kind of, you've got the main Bunbury centre, and then you've got suburbs sort of to the south and to the north, and we were up to about 15 minutes to the north in a suburb called Australind. Well, the big suburb was Australind, but that too was split up into little suburbs as well. So give us your impression, Kelly, of Bunbury. What do you think of it?
Yeah, no, I loved Bunbury. Yeah, there was some beaches there that were great, and we had some lovely experiences with dolphins. You know how much I love dolphins, so
the dolphins were, every time we went out, the dolphins were there. Yeah, it was just unbelievable.
I had some lovely experiences with wild dolphins just while I was swimming, and there'll be some footage of that in the video today. Yeah, but Bunbury's great. It has just about everything you need. It's quite central to. If you want to duck down to Busselton, it's not that far. A couple of hours into Perth. It's quite central and has, you know, everything that you need really there as well.
You love the farmers market, didn't you?
I loved the farmers market. That was insane. That was so good. I've never quite experienced a shop like that where you can just go and get all this beautiful fresh produce. Amazing. Just loved it. I wish I lived there just so that I could shop there. Like I would move to Bunbury just for that. It's great. Not to mention the dolphins. Yeah, it's great.
The shopping centres were a little bit funny though. They're kind of all spread out all over the place. So you had to go over there to go to Coles and way over there to go to Woolies. There was nothing sort of close together. So in that respect, it was a little bit funny. There was a big shopping centre in Eaton, which is the next suburb down from Australind. That was okay. Did you ever go to that one?
Yeah.
So that was okay. And the beach was nice too, because that's where the Dolphin Discovery Centre is. The Koombana Beach is located very close to the city centre. And yeah, so we spent a bit of time there. You spent a bit of time there swimming, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
that was a nice beach to swim at.
Yeah. And with the Discovery Centre, would you recommend anyone visit that?
Yeah, no, that was great. It was very informative. They had turtles there that you could go and see. They did a turtle feeding, and they're like rescue turtles. And they had a couple of octopus as well.
That was my favourite. That was awesome.
Cool. that was cool. But you don't actually need to visit the Discovery Centre, like pay money and go inside to actually experience the dolphins in the morning. At 7:45 each morning, they do an experience down.
There's volunteers there. They just look out, and when the dolphins come in, they ring the bell, and you can toddle off down to the water. There's a cafe there, so you can grab coffee and breakfast if you want to while you wait. And they go for ages. If the dolphins disappear, the volunteers just keep an eye out, and they'll just ring the bell when the dolphins are back, and they'll take more people down for an experience, and that's totally free, which is awesome
as well. Which is nice. So you're in the water, and they do swim really quite close to you. You get a really good look at them.
Yep.
Of course, you can't touch them, you can't feed them. But yeah, no, they're lovely. I think they enjoy it as much as we do.
So this is the Dolphin Discovery Centre, just out on the water. We've got a dolphin in.
eclipse. Those of you who don't know.
That's the eclipse.
Yeah, she was born in Tristan. Usually it's eclipse on Circa.
I like that, you see? How do you nana that? She's good at showing what I... And that shows how quick they can move.
We are at Koombana Bay, and as you just saw, we just found a stingray. How are you liking Koombana Bay?
Loving Koombana Bay. We've been with the Dolphins all morning, haven't we? Love the Dolphins.
And it's great water too. Like really good and refreshing. It's like what, 8 or 9 in the morning?
Yeah.
And it's just perfect water. Even I got in. And I think by now you'd know, oh, it's too cold for me. But anyway, yeah. So there's the Dolphin Marine Centre over there. And yeah, we saw a crab earlier. There was a reasonable size. Could have caught it if we had the crab scooper with us. Because we went crabbing a few nights ago. So yeah.
Comes a stingray again.
Oh,
Coming back.
stingray's coming back. The stingray just came back, but we don't know if it'll come over. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see the moving shadow from the GoPro, but yeah, it's around there under the water somewhere. And the water's very clear as well. So yeah, it's nice to have a little morning swim at Koombana Bay. If the water's clear enough and nice and refreshing like it is now. But I am starting to get the chills. So yeah, I've been in here for a while. There's the boat harbour there. Yeah, so that's Koombana Bay. And I really recommend it. There's a whole aquarium in there you can pay for in the Dolphin Discovery Centre. There's a cafe. And you can get stamps for your Australian adventure passport that your kids may have if you're travelling. So yeah, I really recommend Koombana Bay. I'd say out of 10. Last time it was 9 because of the time limits on the Dolphins. But after today, I think it would be 10 now. Changed to 10. But yeah, so really recommend it. Do come here because it is really great. So this is Koombana Beach, and we're right next to the Dolphin Discovery Centre, and we've just been called in again because the dolphins come right back up again, and we're taking a look. Mum's straight in the water, so they keep bobbing up and down, but right now they're not at the moment. Right now, so just before they do another jump, I'll show you the Dolphin Discovery Centre. So here it is, right here. Got a flagpole, and they've got a little disabled section, and there's a whole aquarium. And here comes one of the dolphins. I think this dolphin's name is Eclipse, yeah.
Hello.
What do you think of Koombana Bay? I think it's great. I'm with Mum. Mum, what do you rate it out of 1 out of 10?
So we are in the Interpretive Centre at the Interpretive Dolphin Discovery Centre. I think that's what it's called. Still can't remember names. But it's a pretty cool little aquarium here. And we've just been in the water with the dolphins, so that was an awesome experience too. Blue swimmer. Yum.
Feel the protection in the umbrella system. We go with the legs and don't lift them. And this one matures in the red system. You can hold that if you like. You don't have to, but you can. And this one is how they actually hold on to rocks. So they like stick to rocks basically.
Up at Ningaloo, eventually these guys will swim out about 20 kilometres and they will find the Lewin Current. And the Lewin Current's a warm water current that runs all the way from Norwest Cape down to Cape Lewin, at which point it splits in two and we get some head to the Great Australian Bight and the rest heads out to the Indian Ocean. So as I said earlier, around June, July, August, September, low pressure systems come through. These guys get knocked out of warm water into cold water, and being marine reptiles, that's not good. What happens is their metabolism slows, they don't eat as much, they become tired, but more importantly, because they're not eating, they become dehydrated. Even though these guys spend almost their entire lives in salt water, they don't drink it. They only get the fresh water from the food that they eat. So if they're not eating, they're dehydrated. So turtle gets washed onto the beach, and the lucky ones will be found usually by Exhibit A, small children, and family dogs. Dogs can smell them, kids are curious, they kick over bits of weed, that sort of thing. You find your turtle. What's the first thing you do when you find a turtle, kids? Give it a name, alright? Any name's a good name as long as you don't have two turtles with the same name. You get your Greenpeace jacket, your environmental jacket, you turf it into the distance, alright? You don't put your turtle back in the water because you think you're doing the right thing. You couldn't do anything worse. Almost certainly a death sentence. So it's down to nothing, and they'll quite easily get through really small crevices. We do have the odd escapade. 2 years ago we had an escapade that got as far as the door over there. They can survive about 3 hours out of water, but this won't escape at night. So they're smart enough to get out, but not smart enough to get back in. And that unfortunately it perished. So these guys live in solitary lives. The only times they get together is for mating or some sort of territorial dispute, and it normally ends up really ugly for one. Cannibalism in the octopus world is relatively common, and we have seen it here. And there's a lot of so you get a bit of a look at her eyes now. So that's about the same size as a beak, and that's the sort of gap that she can fit through. Now, one thing you do see about a Lego's eye, a black strip that runs across there. It doesn't matter what position Lego's in, it is always horizontal. Right? So your self-centering phone is not the most original self-centering device on the planet. These guys have it. Now, the brains that the octopus has, it has a big brain up here, and has little brains at the base of each arm. Well, it's disappeared now, but what you can see on the mantle through that gap there is a pipe. That's the siphon, and that's actually part of the breathing mechanism. And it's also the thing that likes to squirt water directly at Amberley's face. But today, she's been very well behaved, and Amberley is not getting water. If he doesn't, he is very likely to be the next meal for the female octopus. But even escaping buys him 2 weeks. He will die within 2 weeks. The female, she keeps that sperm packet in her mantle until she's ready to use it. But once she does use it, it sets off an enzyme change in her body, and she goes on the ultimate diet. She will not be today. What happens is, when she's ready, she lays the eggs in I've been getting Amberley to do some weight training, and it's starting to pop off. We can actually feel a bit of a battle.
Oh my god.
So, the female will lay the eggs in strings in a nest, anything to 60 to 80 strings, and up to 100,000 eggs depending on the species.
So we have this lovely big grey guy here. He is our western jewfish, or our dewy. You guys at the front, you're in the splash zone. So our lovely jewfish here, he's actually endemic to Western Australia, which means this is the only place in the world where he lives. So he can be found from Bubury all the way down to Augusta. We've also got this lovely purple girl at the top here. She is our pink snapper. Those guys can get up to about 1 metre in length. This lovely silverfish swimming around, he is our skipjack Javelli, or our skippy, and he loves to do race laps around the tank. Now we've also got a couple of other different types of fish in here. We've got some wrasse. We've got 3 species in here, and there are about 400 different species of wrasse in the world. So we have 2 western king wrasse, a male and a female. We have the pink one with the white stripe. We've also got that white one with the orange stripe. We also have our fox rats, which is this lovely orange girl with the 2 white dots. And this fish here, the grey one with all the square spots, that is the most dramatic fish that we have in the entire tank. She is our brown spotted wrasse, and she likes to convince everyone that she's dying. So if you see her laying down at the bottom of the tank, being dramatic, she's completely fine. She's just our drama fish. Now they live in seagrass beds and are often found around Busselton jetty. So they'll just have a little rest on their slide, give themselves a little belly scratch, get any old scouts are out of and then they'll move on again. So completely normal behaviour for her.
Hello, Dwayne.
Dwayne.
What's that rock lobster called?
Dwayne.
Yeah, funny name for a rock lobster.
Yeah.
I will come over there in a minute.
Alright, so we are kid-free.
Woohoo!
How is it?
It's awesome.
A friend of ours lent us her RV and we are down at Busselton. We're going to do some squid fishing tonight off the jetty, which is just over there. See it over there?
And the weather couldn't be more perfect. You should see how awesome the water looks right now. And it's like 37 degrees out there.
Yep.
So we're going for a swim.
We are going for a swim. We'll cool off first, go and have a bit of tea, and then we'll hit the jetty.
The jetty. Catch
But
some squid.
should we show our rig?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at our rig. This is for sale, by the way, if you want to buy it, just let us know. Has she got a name for it?
Not sure.
Don't know. You can name it yourselves anyway. So, a Mazda.
Totally.
Nice. There you go. That's our little rig, and I really need to get off the bitumen because I came down without my thongs and I'm barefoot and the road is burning my feet. So let's get in the water.
It is magic. Here you go, darling. Let's get in. Oh, so good.
We have not got much time like this without the kids before we hit the north coast of WA, so it's good to be able to take advantage of this.
Yes. This will probably be our last opportunity, especially if the kids are rat bags.
Oh yeah, that's right, you won't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Little tip for GoPro users: if you see something and you want to film it, make sure the GoPro is on. I just spotted a stingray swimming around our feet, turned on the GoPro, followed it all around everywhere, but forgot to press record. So this is me telling you about it rather than showing you, because it was a wonderful experience, which I unfortunately will not get to share. Just remember to press record, guys. Don't make the same mistakes I do. So, we've just started on another squid mission, but check out this sunset. The night is young, we don't expect too much to happen until it gets dark. But man, how gorgeous is that? Fantastic. It's been a scorcher of a day, about 39, 37. So there are people all over the jetty. The fella's just caught a fish. Lots of little fish around here. And it also looks like we could get a thunderstorm wave. So that could make the night interesting. Thunderstorm in the RV, that could be good. Eddie, what you feeling so far?
Oh, just
Enjoying it?
it's just nice to enjoy some peace and quiet. A fish without any.
Without the kids? Sooking, wanting to go home? It's good, eh? Lights are on. We're trawling down as far as we can go. Check out this sky. They forecast a thunderstorm, so you never know what we could be in for. We love Busso Jetty, eh? We just love it. Okay, Kel.
Dwayne.
Third squid mission.
Yes.
Was it successful?
It was very successful.
For one of us anyway.
Yes.
Not me.
It is what it is, darling.
What'd you catch? 4?
Well,
squid.
4 and one got off. It was
One got
quite
away.
big that broke the line. It was that big.
And I threw one back because it was too small, and then you got a smaller one and kept it.
Yeah, don't make me feel guilty about that.
So we're near the end, but Kel's going to jump off the jetty and swim to shore because she needs to cool off. Huh? No sharks.
What?
No sharks that I can see. Probably all hiding under the deck there. Quick, for the sharks, get ya! Man, I need a coffee so bad, you've got no idea. I think we had an hour and a half sleep between our night session and getting back up this morning. I feel like death. Probably look it too.
Use a card.
Catch much?
Only a couple. Oh, I'm stuffed. For the wild dolphin experience, I think Turkey Point was our number one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There were a couple of times there where you were swimming around near the boat ramp and the dolphins were there, come in, would just start feeding and swimming all around you. It was, yeah, that would have been pretty special for you, I reckon.
It was very special. Just about any time that you go down to Turkey Point to the cut area, you can observe dolphins swimming there, and they love to swim over close to where the observation area is too, so you get a good view of them, which is nice as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was probably the highlight spot for dolphins, and you know, because we were totally on our own, and it was nice to experience that. It was nice for me to watch you having so much fun, that's for sure. What are we doing, Kel? There's a few about, isn't there? Oh yeah, there it is. Hey. It's coming towards us. They're feeding it. Look at that happy face. Here it comes. Pretty close. Come up. Spotted some dolphins. Kel's going in. So we've just spotted this pod of dolphins right close to shore, and Kel is about to hop in. Off you go, Kel. There she goes. right there in front of me. Behind you, Kel. Kel, behind you. He'll have to hold him. Kel over there. Oh, right there. Behind you, Kel. Behind you. Kel, next in front of you. Behind you. It's coming towards you, Kel. By that stage, we'd done a train trip up because the train line goes as far as Mandurah, which is an hour away. So we'd done a trip up to Perth and down to Fremantle. We went through the markets. That was a really busy time, and the markets were absolutely chockers that day we're in there. I'll throw some footage in of the markets that day, of how packed it was. The video doesn't show how claustrophobic it was in there, and hot as well. But an iconic place to go, Fremantle Markets, and it was nice to do it on the train. So we did it, drove up to Mandurah, takes an hour from Bunbury, and then a couple of hours on the train. So that was cool too. Another trip that Justus and I took on the train was a friend had offered us some tickets to the cricket. It was a Big Bash game. Is it T20? Is that what it's called? And it was Perth Scorchers versus the Brisbane Heat. It was 41 degrees at Optus Stadium. It was very, very hot, but we had a ball. It was a great time there. So we are here at Optus Stadium. Can you hear us? We're at Optus Stadium, watching the Scorchers in the Brisbane Heat. How you like it so far?
Good.
Yeah? What's been your favourite bit?
The Scorchers winning.
The Scorchers what?
That the Scorchers are getting such a high score.
Yeah, let's see if they can stop the Brisbane Heat from getting that high score too, eh? Good. You having a good time? It's a bit hot, but it doesn't matter, does it? It does matter.
Yeah, sort of.
Interesting thing though is that everyone gets out of there and all jumps on the train, and the trains were absolutely packed, shoulder to shoulder, even more. You get to real up close and personal with lots and lots of people. And unfortunately, a couple of days after that, I tested positive to COVID for the very first time. Couldn't even get into WA when I never had COVID before, but I come to WA and WA gives it to me. Good on ya, WA. So we were, of course, being in the caravan, our friends are okay with us going inside, using the loo and whatever, but being stuck in the caravan most of the time, of course, you got it. The kids got pretty sick, although we didn't test them, but
They had it.
they had it, you reckon?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that was our experience with COVID for, well, you'd had it before, but
Yeah.
that was the first time for me. Wasn't very nice, but it took us ages to recover from that. Yeah, and we just kept sleeping in every day. Even when we were feeling better, the tiredness was just unbelievable.
And then we'd go off, we'd feel a bit better, we'd go off for the day and do stuff once we were, not contagious.
And then be wrecked.
And then the next day would take like at least a day or two to recover from that. Yeah, kind of, it was pretty full on, wasn't it?
It was.
Or in a van with COVID. Not fun.
Not ideal.
Poor Faithy, she was vomiting as well with it.
Yeah, she does with the fever, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's where we'll leave this episode. We'll go and recover from COVID, and then we'll be back with some more from the area next time.